All right, man. Kombat combo. You know what it is, man. We back at it. You know.
Yeah.
All right, man. So my man S went viral because he made a post. Somebody said, name them 3 wrestlers that's better than Shawn Michaels. And he named 3 wrestlers. So everybody's roasting him right now. So we're going to talk about Shawn Michaels tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? This is Combat Combo. We talk about wrestling, boxing, UFC, anything, full contact sport, entertainment, anything that has anything to do with contact. That's what we talking about. So miss me with all the wrestling is fake shit because a lot of wrestlers do get injured for real. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they do get hit for real. So
Facts.
Wrestling is wrestling. It's here to stay. It ain't going nowhere. So, and you got to have some type of athleticism if you flipping off the top rope. so you real. It's real. Maybe they don't hit each other like you want them to, but it's real. So that's out the way. So we're going to get into it, man. Shawn Michaels, man. Is Shawn Michaels one of the greatest wrestlers of all time? And can you explain yourself when it comes to wrestling? What we doing here, man? How you putting AJ Styles over Shawn Michaels?
Hey yo, listen,
oh man.
I'm like this. I'm gonna explain myself like this, because you know we not the casual wrestling fans. We really know our shit. So I'm gonna explain myself like this. All right, so there was a post that was trending on TikTok, and the post said, "Name 3 wrestlers that you think is better than Shawn Michaels." And the guy said, "I bet you can't name 3 wrestlers." Now you know me. You know what I mean? I know my wrestlers. So as soon as he said that, I said, "Man, this dude is wilding, bro. I could name like 10 wrestlers, man." But I stayed cordial and I named 3.
Yeah.
And the name was Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, and AJ Styles. Now, right? Now, as soon as I said that, bro, as soon as I said that, did my edits and posted this joint, my hand like this, bro, to God, bro. That joint went to 1,000 within 3 to 5 minutes and was trending on TikTok the whole entire day, bro. And I'm getting these messages in my inbox like, "Yo, how could you say that?" And yada, 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 and whatever. I said, "Yo, hold on. Listen. Shawn Michaels is still GOAT. You understand what I'm saying? To me. I don't know what hierarchy that most people have him in as far as GOAT status in wrestling. Shawn Michaels is still GOAT to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got a lot of memorable moments. He ain't wrestled a lot of people. But when I think of professional wrestling, and I understand WWE, WWF, they're the biggest wrestling federation anywhere. I get it. I understand that.
Yeah.
But when I think professional wrestling, I just don't think WWE. I think everything as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So when I thought about the 3 wrestlers, I thought about the 3 wrestlers everywhere, not just in WWE. I thought about them everywhere. Now, the reason why I chose Chris Jericho is, for one, Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels are relatively the same. But Jericho is a tad bit of a better wrestler than Shawn Michaels. Now, I said wrestler. I didn't say high flyer, jumping off the ropes, backflip, somersaults. I said wrestler. And when I mean wrestler, because I'm saying you gotta explain it to the folks, because they be out here, they be getting all, you know what I'm saying, all upset for over nothing. So when I say wrestler, I mean, I'm talking about submission maneuvers, and I'm not saying Shawn Michaels don't know how to do that. I'm just saying that for decades, that has not been part of Shawn Michaels' repertoire. Maybe every now and then you might see him do something, depending on who he's wrestling. He might show up and do a little something. but that has not been part of his repertoire his whole entire career. He's been mostly flashy, high flyer, kicks, punches, backflips, jumping off of this, jumping off of that. That's been his in his repertoire.
Yeah.
But when you talk about Chris Jericho does the same thing and some. And when I'm saying that he could do all the things that Shawn Michaels do, and he could do the submission holds, and he can do like, you know, first of all, he was one of the people. First of all, he was one of the last people that got trained in the Heart Dungeon. He was one of the last guys that got trained in the Heart Dungeon. So he knows his holds. So he can do that what Michaels do and some, and that's why I mentioned him. Not only that, he's reinventing himself every single time. We got Lionheart Chris Jericho that used to wrestle in ECW. We got the List Chris Jericho with the scarf, shaved haircut. We got the Undisputed Champion Chris Jericho. We got the what's his face? The Chris Jericho that went to New Japan and wrestled down there. The Painmaker Chris Jericho. He reinvents himself every single time. So you never get the same old thing with Chris Jericho. And that's why he's always able to stay relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Here's why I say Shawn Michaels is better than Chris Jericho, right? Shawn Michaels did everything Chris Jericho did before Chris Jericho was even a thing, right? So he reinvented himself, right?
True.
He has some of the greatest matches ever in wrestling history. Can't get past that.
True.
Right?
No, we can't. We can't.
He was the champion way more times than Chris Jericho. He left wrestling. Well, in fact, he was involved in a scandal where he used the submission hold on Bret Hart, and Vince came and rung the bell, and I think that was a SummerSlam, right?
Yeah,
and then because he said because Bret Hart was gonna go to WCW, take the belt over there, throw it in the trash, or some goofy shit like that. That's what they were saying. We don't know if that was true or not, but that's what they said. Mm-hmm. Shawn Michaels created D-Generation X, and that rivaled NWO. They did weird shit or whatever, but and he has some of the best finishing moves ever. Now, I think that's a great argument if you go if you say you think he's better, but you just can't put him over Shawn Michaels. Like, if you saying wrestling, because I see you try to be slick there, and you're gonna say wrestling, but then you're using other shit. High flying. He does this better too. Like, wait a minute. You just said wrestling. Because if you talk about wrestling, yeah, okay. But I noticed what you did there. So act like I see what you did. Try to throw some extra shit in there, right? All right. Throw some extra shit in there too with Shawn Michaels. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can't compare those guys to Shawn Michaels. I can't.
Nah, you know what it is? All right, I'm gonna tell you why it's so hard to compare, right? So we grew up watching both of them, right?
Yeah.
But we grew up seeing one of them first before we seen the other, right?
Yeah.
So we grew up seeing Shawn Michaels. We seen him when he was with the Rockers. We seen him when he was with DX. We seen him when he was with he had a short stint with the NWO. So we seen Shawn Michaels' evolution throughout the times, right? Mm-hmm. So we have it's almost like we have like some sort of connection with him as fans, right? But what I'm saying is that it's not a bad thing if we say, A, B, and C is comparable to him or better than him. Like, nobody, as far as the moments that he has in WWE, nobody can touch his moments. There's not many that can touch his moments. Maybe a few, but it's not many. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I hands down feel that he has probably some of the greatest, if not the greatest, moments in professional wrestling history. I mean, he wrestled The Undertaker, he wrestled Mankind, he wrestled every who's who in professional wrestling. Whoever they came in with, he wrestled them. You know what I'm saying? He even wrestled Chris Jericho, which is funny because when while my thing was on TikTok trending, right? It actually a match between him and Jericho popped up, and then a match between Shawn Michaels and Rob Van Dam popped up too, which I didn't. I even forgot that they even wrestled him and Rob Van Dam. But that's something else. But what I'm saying is, it's kind of hard for people to like say that this person is better than him because he's done so much in WWE. And most of the stuff we seen him doing in WWE, we were still kids. So it's kind of like we grew up seeing him. It's like even though I can name 10, 15, 20 people better than Hulk Hogan, but it's like saying like, you know, such and such is better than Hulk Hogan.
You can
You
name
know,
10 people
it's
better than
hard.
Hulk Hogan?
Huh?
You can name 10 people
But,
better than Hulk Hogan?
hell yeah, I could name 10
Oh,
people better.
no. Oh,
Bro,
no, bro.
bro,
Oh, no.
bro,